Well, wanting to know the how is getting you in stuck mode. In this video, I want to show you in the next 3 minutes why this obsession with perfectionism and knowing how everything works is keeping you stuck. My name's Ruth Ellen, and I help you to get into alignment so you're doing things that bring you joy, that light up your soul, so you can call in those soulmate clients with ease by clearing away those beliefs and systems and ways of behaving that don't serve you through energy healing and NLP and DBT, some of the tools I use. The bottom line is this: you're here on this video because you sense there's something that you're constantly trying to do, and there's almost a block that happens when you move forward in that pursuit. Perhaps you want to do that research, and that research just stops you from moving forward because you're a bit of a perfectionist. Some people might be Virgo, other star signs if you're into that as well, and they use that as their, I guess, label that they stick to, that lets them know that they need to do the work, do the research. And so instead of actually trusting themselves and taking the action and knowing that everything they have is within them, they're kind of outside grabbing as much information as they can from Google about what it is they are trying to achieve. Now, if it's online video, they're going to watch every single video that you can get their hands on to see somebody else's styles, to see how they do it. For me, I totally get it. When it came to public speaking, I spent 7 years learning the art of public speaking, and then somebody came along and they did it in 6 months and they became a paid speaker. The difference was I was scared. The difference between me and them was I was so scared that I was going to get it wrong. I needed to have more research. I needed to know more information. I needed to get better, and I didn't trust in my own self that what I knew was good enough. I didn't trust in my own ability, my own natural innate ability to communicate, because I was generating money for businesses with the skills I had without public speaking classes. But I lacked the confidence. I didn't know that what I had was enough. And I didn't have anyone around me that was saying, what you have is enough. I always constantly wanted that external validation. I was waiting for those feedback forms and slips from people to tell me that I was good and to tell me about my flaws so I can work on them some more. Personal acceptance before personal development. For me, I could have been stuck in that hamster wheel, getting going and going and going, and there'll be no end goal, because the thing is, with the world of personal development, there is no end goal. You're constantly always developing yourself. You're constantly always trying to improve upon yourself, trying to make yourself better, as if there's something wrong with you. And there's nothing wrong with you. But we're fed that if we're not doing any personal development work, then we're missing a trick, that we need to, work on ourselves. But the bottom line is this: it can be such a distraction from your goal. Now, I'm not opposed to doing personal development work. I do it on myself, but I don't let it overtake my life where I'm not doing the actual work of why I started personal development work in the first place, to get myself out there. Small increments are enough. Small increments of change. You don't need to have an overhaul of being stuck, of sitting there and waiting for somebody to tell you you're good enough before you actually take that leap and bound. And that's the issue here, right? When I started to create Unapologetically Visible, I was like, nobody needs this. Everybody gets up and just does it. They are their authentic selves. They love who they are. They totally own the stage. But the more I started talking about this, the more I realized many people are faking it till they make it. The more I talk about this, the more I realize many people have almost this false confidence in themselves. So that's not good either. That's not healthy either. And if psychology and dialectical behavior change therapy has ever taught us anything, well, me anything particularly, it's about us having to have ways to protect our emotions. So emotional regulation is one good thing that I always look at, in terms of not being all the way over here, but much more steady. And so this is actually a success principle, by the way. This is about committing to constant, never-ending improvement, but it's also about not allowing that improvement process to move your goal further away from you. And I think that happens a lot. I think People are saying, I'll be ready when. And then I'll put this milestone in place. I'll be ready when I speak more articulately. I'll be ready when I get rid of this lisp. I'll be ready when I get rid of this accent. And I've heard that a lot. And whenever somebody says they want to get rid of their accent, they want to pronounce their words more effectively, I feel so sad for them, because their accent and their pronunciation's just fine. And I think anyone that judges them on the way they pronounce words aren't for them anyway. And you're not there to be liked by everybody. So to change who you are so that other people can accept you is surely like faking it and adjusting for the world that doesn't even accept you. Like, you want to be around people that accept you, right? I know that I do. And so when I'm speaking to potential clients and engaging with people, even on podcasts, it's about people that accept me for as I am and not trying to convince anyone, because at the end of the day, why am I going to spend my time doing that? So I don't even know where this conversation is going anymore, but my point is, don't let the self-improvement economy stop you from truly creating and contributing to this world. We were born to be contributors, not to consumers. So if we're constantly consuming information on how to improve, we're not contributing to the world. That's how anxiety comes about as well, because we're constantly like looking in the future. We're kind of like saying, when I get here, but right now I'm not there. And so you stop being present, you stop being grounded, and you're kind of like over there, like constantly waiting for this next thing. And then when you do achieve a goal, you don't even see it, because you're like, but I'm not there yet. I need to get here, I need to get there. And it's this constant angst, this constant reasoning behind your not being grounded and being all fidgety. And I am sick and tired of people saying that you need to do better, because you're better where you are. And I don't think anyone should be telling you when they've got a sore in their eye. What do they say? What's the saying in the biblical term? Check the log in your eye before you check somebody else's. Oftentimes, if you ask anyone, what do I need to change? What do I need to improve? They'll tell you. And I've looked at the success principles in the previous ones, and they talk about, getting feedback, which is very important. But don't let that feedback, don't let that quest for self-improvement stop you from sharing your brilliance with the world, because what you have is enough right now. And you're going to just see people fly by you. And I'm not saying it's about competition, but people that haven't got the skill set, people that haven't got the experience, they'll fly by you and impact the world while you're still trying to improve yourself. What you've got is enough. Improve as you go along if you really need to. But that's what really happens. You want to be a better writer, you start to write. And then you then learn some tools and tricks and tips that make you more effective. But sometimes that raw talent, like, you've probably heard of actors that will be like, yeah, this is my first gig, this is my first acting gig, I've never really acted before. There's this natural thing inside us that sometimes just needs to be unleashed. And when we're all trying to improve it to be like this ideal person, we can sometimes lose that essence. So it's really important that you know who you are, and it's really important that you still contribute from where you are and not think you don't have enough of what you've got right now. So that was principle number 20. It went off a little bit of a tangent, but I really wanted to share it with you because my program, and I go on about it because I'm passionate about changing the world and changing the way people perceive themselves, and knowing that you wake up and you feel worthy, that no one's going to give you this badge that says, hey, you're worthy now. Well done. Now go out in the world and spread your joy. It's not going to happen, right? We have to give that badge to ourselves. And so commit to who you are. Connect with your highest self, knowing that you are more than enough. You are more than enough. Okay, the links are going to be below. Thumbs up this video, subscribe, and all that other stuff. My voice just broke then. I am a singer. I'm really am. I am. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of the likes, comments, even if they're invisible right now. But trust me, commit to honouring who you are right now, because you are enough.